Roger Carter here with Vic Firth to talk about another hybrid rudiment. This one is called the inverted Flam 5 or Blue 5. Now if you're just starting out on this rudiment, I recommend you check out the Blue Cheese. We've got it linked right here. Or the inverted cheese. You're going to want to check out either one of those before you try to tackle the inverted Flam 5. So to start out with this one, the inverted 5, it's very similar to the inverted cheese in that the sticking has been inverted. Instead of being right, left, right, which would be a normal 5-stroke, this is right, left, right. So you have ba 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 ba. You know, it's the same rhythm, ba 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 ba, but instead of being right, left, right, it's right, left, right. So it's an inverted 5. I'll play it without the flams. And then the second invert of the inverted naming scheme is the fact that the grace note is on the second partial of the double stroke. So as opposed to standard Flam 5 would be. All right, we're going to put the flam on the second note. And again, remember the sticking was inverted too. So we have. So after I play my right hand, I've got to squeeze onto it to make sure that that next right is a grace note. And then after I finish that, I put that second note of the left, and then I follow that with just a trailing diddle on the right hand. So that's an inverted 5 on the right. Same thing on the left. We want to start here. Second left hand is going to be a grace note at the same time as the first right. And there's the whole 5. What we want to do is play them side to side. So like you have Flam 5s, you have inverted 5s. It really has a different look, and you can kind of sneak them into your repertoire and make people think that they're Flam 5s or something that they might know, but they're going to go, wait, what was that? Because most people don't know this sticking. And when you play something like that, if you execute it well, it's kind of it's very impressive. If I looked at what one hand does, I put the left hand on the rim. So just like the inverted cheese, it's a succession of just double strokes. And it's very important that you have that height definition or the dynamic range of an accent to a soft note, right? It's not going to be nearly as effective if you just play it all one volume. Right, you have to have the forte and piano. It's like our instructors tell us to play a Flam 5 with that height definition. To do the same for the inverted 5s. Now another variation on that is to take the second note, the second hand up as well. See, whereas earlier I was just accenting the first note, I can also accent the second hand. That was an interesting look with that variation as well too. When you practice it, you want to play it really slow. I'm always a fan of breaking things down slow, but you can't play it necessarily with a different technique when it's slow. If it's slow like that, I have a tendency to want to hold on and really stick it. You have to practice it with the technique that you're going to use in order to play it fast. Right, so you bring the taps up and a little more full. Grace notes are a little higher than normal, but I'm preparing myself to play faster. So here that flam is very, very tight. I get it as tight as possible without being a double stop. So I still want to maintain a flam, but it's very, very tight. So what I'm going to do here is demonstrate an exercise that incorporates some of the variations I've talked about up to this point of the blue cheese, inverted cheese. Previously in an earlier video, I did a pattern in 7/8 that was 2 inverted cheese and 1 blue cheese. Well, I'm going to do a very similar exercise here, keeping the 2 inverted cheese, but replacing that blue cheese with an inverted 5 or blue 5. A little bit easier to say that name, but I don't know. I like the inverted Flam 5. So here we go. We're going to play 2 inverted cheese and 1 inverted Flam 5. And again, that's the standard way, in that, if you could call it standard, in that I'm only accenting the attack of each rhythm, or each rudiment. I can also take the second hand and bring that up as well, too. Doesn't work quite as well, to me, on the inverted cheese. But for the 5s, it really flows well when you bring that second note up. So now I'm going to combine all the variations and play back to back those 2 exercises, and we'll put it right below so you can follow along. A little bit faster. A little faster. So I'm going to faster. So that's the inverted 5 or blue 5, depending on what you want to call it. Make sure you take your time on that one and don't expect it to come, turbo speed right off the bat. Just like anything else, it takes time and you have to develop it. You're going to want to start real slow, keep those flams tight, keep those diddles open, and really work on the dynamic range and your difference between your louds and softs, right? It's not all one volume. It's all about that difference between how loud and how soft you can play. So we want to have that musicality. So have at it, have fun with it, and we'll see you next time.